Good evening, everyone. Welcome to round 10 of the RSF1 first season. And we are in Silverstone, a very rare qualifying. My name's Primus Gaming, and joined with me is the man, Bodder. Yeah. Well, we'll find out shortly in the chat. So basically, it's going to be interesting because normally rain likes to affect everyone in the race, but straight away Q1 game has no chill. It's just like, nope, you're all having some rain now. Yeah, load of cars. So maybe we'll find out the weather report soon. But I think we both noticed that we've had a name change in the grid today. Josh with Dosh, Josh with Dosh, he's not here because he's no longer known as Josh with Dosh. If you guys can look carefully, I think we seem to have gotten ourselves a new Ferrari driver. Oh wait, no, it's man with the cash. So you find it hard to keep on top of that with a straight face. Oh, I'm getting a bit of a sound glitch. Yep. So I'm getting no sound for Pie Eater, Brundle, Shane, WL Stretch, PMT Breeze, Pepper Meat. Yeah, I think I've full on got it. I think, yeah. So unfortunately, guys, we're gonna have to work with a bit of a quiet. These cars. So Formula E has now come to RSF1, so we're going with electric engines today. Yeah, if it basically goes bad, because only two cars are going out in Q1. So if it goes a little bit off, and the glitch still isn't fixed by Q2. Oh, and Charismix is just half spun. Oh, that was nasty there. That was going. That was just coming out of. I think that was turn 4, turn 3, turn 4. Hang on. Yep, I was going out of turn 3, and Charismix spun his electric Alfa Romeo. The Formula E. And yeah, it's like Sky Electrics, except for it's a little bit more rapid. Well, when my dad was alive, bless him, he could get Sky Electric cars, and the problem was he'd belt them so hard they get stuck under the sofa. All you hear is "Watch out for the ankles," and then you would just see as a flying car just going under the sofa. Yeah, it's like warfare with my dad. Like with Scare Electrics, if he's got the controller in his hand, it'll wash out. So also, uh, we've got a permanent seat position. Oh, you've got to add your audio.
Yeah, here we are.
Oh,
That's me.
don't worry, guys. Stuff happens like that. We sometimes forget to add our audio, or we have electric Formula One cars. It happens. It's Silverstone.
Formula E.
Formula E. We're RSFE now. No longer RSF1.
Do you know what the funny thing I find about Formula E is the fan vote or the fan boost? Is that what they call it? Yeah, the fan boost. Where all the
Yeah.
fans are able to text in or send a message or on the app or something like that, and next thing that driver he just runs over a piece of the tarmac and he's able to get a boost. That's crazy.
I think everyone's going to do it to Peppermeat because back in the podcast, by the way, guys, which is available to watch back on Twitch, and I think it will soon be available on YouTube.
Very soon.
We did our first episode of the RSF1 podcast featuring me, Hail King Tomo, on episode 1 because unfortunately we missed Top Notch, but he should be here next week hopefully. But it was a really good episode. Everyone really requested the man who is being watched over now, Peppermeat, to take part, and you guys loved him. So if they did an RSF1 like fan boost, texts or messages giving a driver a boost, it would just send Peppermeat into the sky.
It's always the Irish drivers get the boost because the Irish drivers are better cracked like.
And what surprised me, we've got a couple of changes. So XRL Mansell has now got a permanent F1 seat, well F2 seat, sorry, in the Williams team. While Cross Kerry, the man we're spectating here, Shane with a 141, I think that's an 8. Oh, DP Roberts has left the session.
Oh. Okay, let's have a quick investigation with that.
Anyways, Cross Kerry is in a Toro Rosso now, so it's good to see he's found a new team as well. He's in a permanent position, and I think his new teammate for the season, I think it's Porter.
For who's that, sorry?
Yeah, I think it's for Cross Kerry, who's now in the Toro Rosso. I think it's Porter who's going to be his teammate.
Porter's in F3.
Oh, no, that's my mistake.
We're getting
We've got
the weather
laps
here.
coming in.
Webster's after reporting wet quality dry race.
So it's going to be interesting. No wet tyres all these tyres are going to get burned. The drivers can lash out with them as much as they want.
Free to use away. There is one driver on the grid tonight that did pray for rain. Did his rain dance. I don't know if I should name him or not, but he did his rain dance. So if you other 16 drivers are out there going, why is it raining in quali? There's one guy.
Someone has prepared for this.
Someone has prayed for rain and he's got it during quali.
You know what's scary? It's actually raining outside my house right now, so the rain dance has affected me in real life. So thank you. I like rain, although it washes the dust off my car, so I'll take that as a little blessing.
Webster's reporting there. Roberts had the sound glitch.
Yeah, I've got it as well. But hopefully what we'll do is if it doesn't fix by Q2, we'll basically end the stream, end Q1, so we'll have a one for Q1, and hopefully it'll all be fixed.
Yeah, quick reset. And
for the moment,
good.
We'll be fine. There you go, Roberts is
awesome.
back.
So we're going to lose 2
the laps
drivers
coming in.
Yeah, we're going to lose 2 drivers, Primus. It's not bad.
So
not great,
I know this
terrible.
is a tough question. Who do you think will go out in Q1?
It's so hard to say. Any one of these drivers are fast drivers. I can't genuinely pick from the list here and go, yep, he's definitely getting knocked out, or she's definitely getting knocked out in Q1, because we don't know. Like I've said it before, and I'll say it again. There's drivers here that are just at the cusp of getting on the podiums. They're literally knocking at the door. I know I keep saying every week, but that's what they are. Like the man with the cash is
That's
one.
what the man with the cash has been doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to mention the man with the cash with that slogan.
Yeah, there's just a few guys there. They could easily do it, but the lap times, at least in the top 4 or 5, are kind of somewhat together. Peppermeat seems to be the man now, leading the way with a 41.4, so he's doing pretty good in the McLaren. Maybe he's a wet specialist. The thing is about qualifying,
Charismic's in second as well.
Yeah, if you're good in the wet, that'll play to your advantage come the race.
I know for a fact that RXL Mansell, I'm not going to doubt him. I know he's a good driver. I have a feeling, adjusting to a new team. I think it's been a little while for Mansell as well, returning back to Formula 2. So I have a feeling he might struggle a little bit. I do hope that he does well. But when you go away for a little while and you come back, you got to try and reimburse yourself back in nice and easy. You can't push too hard and like expect that you haven't lost anything, because do keep in mind that you have to new track as well. Every week the track changes up, conditions change as well. You can't go in 100% when you've been away, otherwise it can cause a little bit of issues for you, because you never know, you might make too many mistakes if you jump the gun too quick. And I think Mansell here is going to take it nice and easy adjusting to his new team, and I think it's going to be the same with Curry. I think that he's going to try and work through this transition from a Williams car into a Toro Rosso, although it looks like both of them are going to be racing without a teammate today.
Yeah, Mansell and the Williams, like when the driver draw was picked at the start of the season, you knew your car. So from that moment, you were adjusting your car, you were getting your setup for your car, because I know people say, oh, they're equal, but they're not really. Sometimes, like I was driving Red Bull the other night, the Red Bull felt grounded compared to the McLaren. My McLaren, I find it hard though to regenerate. The ERS, the battery, I think is a bit slow regenerating. Still bits like that. But I think, like you said, it just takes a little bit of adjustment. So he'll be in the Williams now, so that's his permanent seat. So it'll just take a little bit of time, but who knows? Maybe he might get in Q3 and have a good race this evening. See how it goes.
I always struggled in Haas, to be honest, because Haas just felt a little heavier. You know, the steering was a little bit weird for me, because when I began playing F1 2019 in my career mode, I started in a Haas car. And
yeah, but you know why it's very back heavy though, right? So it's all about the Haas, the ass, you know.
More gear in the rear.
Yeah, pretty much. It's all in the trunk.
But yeah, I struggled with that one's car. But then, like, once I got into a Red Bull, once my seat got decided in Formula 4, I really felt at home in a Red Bull. I don't, because Red Bull is just generally my favourite team. I'm not gonna like deny that. Partially why I like it is because my favourite team. But when you get into a car in a game, like you feel really at home in a McLaren, I feel really at home in a Red Bull. I feel very weird when I drive any other car. Cross Kerry!
Oh, Cross Kerry!
141.1.
Bringing it.
That's 5,000th of a second faster than the original pole sitter for the qualifying session, Peppermeat.
And I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it, Primus. The guys on first and second currently from Ireland. And we all know it. Yeah. It rains a lot. There you go.
We're going to eventually just fill up one division with more Irish drivers. Because Peppermeat, I think he was the lone Irish driver of the of Formula 2, and now Peppermeat having a fellow countryman in the race.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see. It's good to see.
But that brings in the rivalry as well. Who's the best Irishman in the division?
It's good because when you're coming up to pass someone, you can kind of see their name. I think sometimes, I don't know if it's this game, or maybe one of the older games, you can see like the flag. So you're kind of like, oh, cool. There's whoever it's a German or a French or British or Irish guy come up next to you. That's pretty cool. Stuff like that. It's a little bit little bits like that. That's what makes online racing pretty cool. Roberts 147. Is it starting to dry?
140.7. That's amazing. I don't know. It looks like it's raining still too much. I don't think it's going to dry anytime soon. Way too much rain falling and still quite a lot of standing water on the track. So,
Primus, what would happen tonight if an Irishman won the British Grand Prix?
If an Irishman won the British Grand Prix, I would. The main question would be, how would the British drivers feel to have been completely outraced by an Irish driver at the track? Because do keep in mind, no matter the nationality of the driver, everyone's skilled. But when you're racing at home, you want to give it 100%. And if someone not from, so for example, say if Peppermeat wins, all the drivers are going to give it their all in their home Grand Prix. They're gonna, they're not going to feel great because, they gave it their all, and then the Irishman just comes in and he's like, "Yep, I will take that from you lot."
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, exactly. Skunkburner just on the chat there is saying he's not going to say this again, but he has got to go with his mate Marcus tonight. Hopefully they're all going to have a good race. Looking forward to watching live for the first time. Welcome, Skunk. Welcome.
Welcome, Skunk.
Scumper says magic mark out of the pits. That's lap after lap. Nice one, yeah.
Yeah, he's currently on his out lap actually. Magic marks.
Got a bit of news on Magic Mark tonight. Actually, he broke his fingers. He broke 2 fingers. Can you believe that? Broke two
Oh,
fingers, right? And because I was like,
I'm cringing at that,
I
thinking that.
know. I think he was moving the couch or something. It's why he told me, and the couch dropped or something like that. And that's who broke his two fingers. And I was like, oh my god,
Oh,
no way would I be playing tonight, whether on
oh.
wheel or on a pad, with broken fingers. And he goes, no, I'm actually going to go race. So Magic Mark is actually racing tonight with two broken fingers, guys. But he says he's looking forward to it. He's not sure about qualifying, but he reckons he has the race pace. But he told me he's just leaving A&E now
Ooh, little
when he
half
messaged
spin
me.
there.
But that's gonna be interesting for Magic Mark. So if
I'm gonna have to
anyone
give
on his
him an official nickname. I know you're the king of nicknames, but
go
I'm
on,
gonna have to give Magic Marks it. I'm gonna have to call him Webber because remember Mark Webber raced in F1 with a damaged shoulder and a leg.
right?
He came to race, so I know we always give him fun nicknames, but I think with Magic Marks we're gonna have to call him Webber because he is literally right now the Mark Webber of Formula 2. He's got two broken fingers. You know, it's not gonna be easy to race with those injuries,
Hmm.
and you know what, he's keeping it going because Mark Webber actually didn't announce his injuries in F1 because the FIA would have told
Oh, pulled
him
him.
you're not allowed to race. Yeah,
Yeah, of
because
course.
I think he had a damaged shoulder and a damaged leg. You know, he hurt himself, but he was that determined to race because I think at the time it was close against his teammate Sebastian Vettel back in the Red Bull days, and yeah. So I have a feeling we might be seeing our Mark Webber of Formula 2.
Just riding on board here with Mansell. Mansell set his lap. Nope. Mansell needs to go again. Piter. Okay, those two guys are on the drop zone currently, so they need to set their laps and well, they've already set laps, but set a bit faster if they can.
Magic Marks
So
is going to cross the line,
so hard
and
to
he
pick
didn't
out
set
driver
a
here.
better time.
Because it's
Yeah, I
raining,
mean,
it's raining as well. Like like if it was a dry race, maybe you might be able to say, "Oh yeah, this guy, that guy," type of thing. But when it's wet, it's literally you just throw your hands up in the sky and kind of go, "Oh, anyone's game." Like,
do keep in mind, Cross Kerry, he didn't have a good session last week in Austria. He really struggled to keep up with the pace of the F2 drivers. And now look at Cross Kerry, he's third place.
right, Mansell's out because Mansell is on the side of the road, so he is currently on the hanger straight. So he won't have time to go back around. So
Ah,
that's unfortunate for him. So that's him out. No, not the hanger straight. Sorry, the other straight.
that
So
was
it's
the Wellington straight.
well, straight. Yeah. So it's Pieter now is the one that's currently on the hot lap, looking to set a time,
Oh, the
going through
man with the
maggots and
cash.
baggots.
Here we are. Now going to go through Chapel into the hanger straight. So you got to be careful now going through the hanger straight, and especially in the rain. Now you got to get a good run into Stowe. Actually looks nice and tidy going through into Stowe there. So that's pretty good driving there from Pie Eater. Now through Vale. So you got to get a good run into Vale.
Now
For
it's
the last
important to
corner,
remember Briz is on a lap behind him, so Pieter has to set a
into
really good
Club.
lap here. Okay,
Pie
Pieter's
Eater
through.
makes it into Q2. Well done to
Briz.
Pie Eater. PMT Briz is now struggling for grip going through
Yeah, John Digweed set his lap,
Brooklands,
so he's
Luffield and
set.
Woodcote. So we'll ride on board of PMT Briz because this is important. It's crucial because Mansell is definitely out. John Digweed's in danger. So now going through Cops, Ferraris look like it's handling better than his teammate Mamla Cash did, who ran wide going into Cops. Now through Maggots and Beckett's. There you go. Now through Beckett's into Chapel. We got so Q1's over. So currently right now Mansell is out. If PMT Briz beats his time, he will push John Digweed out of Q1.
Ouch.
So now
Yeah.
into Stowe. Can he get a good run into Vale? It looks like he's still fine. He can't break too late going into the final chicane.
Nice and easy, yeah.
Nice and easy. That's pretty nice actually. Now into Club.
Go, 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 go.
Can PMT Briz do it? Yes, he
Whoa!
can. He pushes John Digweed out of the session.
Whoa.
Well done to Briz and Pie Eater. Both of them were on the very cusp of being knocked out. And look at the pair of them. They just basically saved themselves. I think this rain is definitely going to be a huge, huge thing. Because do you remember, John Digweed He's actually quite good in the dry, but I just don't think he's coping too well in the wet conditions.
Yeah, there's some drivers in the league that they are only a dry driver. If they get rain at all, they just fall asunder. We get other drivers who may be balanced, 50-50, and you get other drivers then who absolutely excel in the wet. I know there's at least one driver I know of that when the car goes sideways, he is more than happy. That's me, by the way.
The sound glitch just stopped as soon as the session ends. For God's sake. Literally, I'm following Briz and it's still forming RSFE. And then as soon as it's just like PMT Briz, P such and such. Oh look, you have an engine again. So
Mansell said he struggled on the second run, but he says bring on the race. Nice one, Mansell.
So I'll go through who's been knocked out in Q1, and you go over the top three. So
sure.
John Digweed is currently out. He's been knocked out in Q1 by PMT Briz, and so is Mansell. So they're both out in Q1.
All right. I would tell you who's the top three, but it's not displaying on my screen. All I'm seeing is cars going round.
DP Roberts in provisional pole in Q1, followed by RSF1 Junior in second, and actually WR Stretch just shot his way into third place.
Nice one, Stretch. Nice one.
Right, so
yeah, because Mansell said he was on.
Hopefully,
Mansell said he was on for good form tonight, so this is for his first permanent drive, as we're previously discussing. So hopefully it's looking good for Mansell. Oh, rain again for Q2 as well.
the crowd are going, it's just like, nothing's happened. Yeah, the engines are back. Yeah! Looks like, guys, the round one of the RSFE season's over. I'm sorry. It's been cancelled. We decided to bring back the engines. It's too quiet.
Yeah, it's not happening. Sorry.
It's like the equivalent of like the Ferrari Ferrari Prius, Mercedes Prius, Renault Priuses.
Who's me first out now?
Yeah, listen to the sound of those turbo hybrids. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are
not
back.
the V10s at all. Oh no.
Yeah, on board with Pepper Meat, and it feels so good to have sound again.
It's the first man.
I actually really missed sound.
Oh, dude, it's the worst when you're driving as well, because you don't want to change gear. Well, I go by audio whenever I'm racing. I use manual gears, and I kind of go by what the car is telling me. Same thing every drive game, though. Whether it be rallying or boars or anything like that.
So I think Pepper Meat is going to be the first one to set a lap time, because he's currently the first on his outlap, so I'll do an on-board with your fellow countryman, and also fellow McLaren driver.
Yeah, it's a 2-for-1 there with him.
So you've got the package deal today, buddy?
Yeah, well, I'd like to say I hope he wins, but when I say that, I mean like an Irishman wins in England, because that would be top for us.
He's waving the Irish colours on his helmet as well. I think he's actually changed his helmet for today, so he's got a special one.
That's always his helmet.
Is it?
I love that helmet. But if you look at the end of Silverstone here, last turn, you'll see someone in the crowd has an Irish flag. I love that.
Oh.
Yeah.
So now let's begin the onboard lap with Pepper Meat. So going into club. I just saw it. There you go.
It's there. It's there.
So
yeah.
now going into Abbey, turn 1. Now through Farm, you need to make sure you maintain the speed coming through Abbey into Farm. So now you need to get a little bit of the back end kicked out in Village.
Oh,
so
good.
Now you need to get a little bit. That's going to affect going into the loop. Now through into Aintree. So he's now into the Wellington Straight, and we do remember that we had a famous battle here between Valtteri Bottas and Lewis Hamilton this year in Silverstone. Going now into Brooklands. This is where Hamilton and Bottas were side by side through Luffield. Hamilton then got a better run out of Luffield into Woodcote on Valtteri Bottas, and then Valtteri Bottas managed to take him around this point and overtook Lewis Hamilton, where Pepper Meat is about to enter into Copse. But now through Copse, that's quite nice. A little bit slidey, because remember, it's wet conditions, lads. It's not easy. Now through Maggots and Beckett's. Go now into Chapel. Peppermeat is struggling a little bit for grip, but he's managed to maintain it quite well in the second and third sector. Now through the hanger straight. Now you need to get a good run. Don't brake too late, especially in the rain going into Stowe. Don't cut too much of the inside curve as well, because I've actually fallen off the track hugging the inside too much. Now through Vale in the last chicane, a bit more the back end kicking out. He's struggling for grip. Now throw the last corner, Club across the line, and Peppermeat is on provisional pole with a 140.8. Do keep in mind the 140s was whereabouts Roberts sat in Q1, so that's a good lap from Peppermeat, and I know he can do faster because that back end was really slowing him down. Yeah, and that's on kind of cold-ish inters as well. Like the inters take maybe 3 to 4 laps to warm up when you're out on the wet track. So if he stayed out and did another 3 or 4 laps, that would only get faster. Indeed. And Shane sets a 140.9, and it's dead on the dot as well. So that's quite satisfying to see. I know Shane, though, is definitely going to try and beat that. I don't think he'll be happy with that. Jake Moore got crossover, 41.7. Ooh. Nice one there by Jake Moore in the Red Bull. Peppermeat is a full second faster than everyone else crossing the line so far in Q2 here. This is interesting. Very interesting. Junior's responded to the Red Bull, a 141 dead. Let's actually have a look at DP Roberts' teammate, who's now going through the hanger straight, going into Stowe. So let's keep an eye on him. So into Stowe. That's actually a pretty nice and tidy run into Stowe. Now through Vale. But make sure you don't brake too late going into the... a little bit of the back ends, and then the chicane. It's very easy to brake too late, especially in the wet or dry conditions. Through Club and DP Roberts, and he takes provisional pole in Q2 with a 140.6. Yeah, by 2 tenths. 2 tenths faster than your fellow countryman. Yeah. Of course, Roberts is very good on this track. Kerry invalidated a lap as well. Oh, Charismix, P7. I was actually about to spectate Charismix, and he instantly jumped up the grid. Yeah, just looking here. The man with the cash about to start his lap as well. Starting his lap. You want to do a little on board with the man with the cash? No, I'm good. Stretch in the Renault is on the side of the track. He's looking to get back in. I was in the side of the spin. That's so bad, yep. Get back in. Good man. Getting off your tyres. I think he took a bit of a spin going through Cops. Easy done. Very easy done. Just going to lose 5 drivers as well here in Q2. 8.5 minutes left. Yeah. So the man with the cash and WR Stretch are the only people to actually not set any times in Q2. So very, very, very hard to say how it's going to go, because do keep in mind that anything goes in the rain, and the rain could actually bring an unexpected pole sitter. You know, maybe even an unexpected winner, because that's what I'm saying. In F3 in Austria. Camo, he normally struggles to get through to the front of the pack in the dry conditions, but in the rain, it just opened up for Camo perfectly, and he got his first ever podium. That was fantastic. I was actually in that race, and I remember my engineer said this to me as Camo's in third, and my first reaction was, "Wow, well done, Camo. That's great for him. Like, congratulations to him on that." So we never know. And Brundle, his rain dance is definitely not paying off for him. He's in 13th place. You named him. Oh, I think we already established in Austria it was his rain dance. Yeah, he likes his rain dances, so yeah, he wanted the rain, he got the rain in quality. I think his Renault in England anyways, because I've seen Renaults on the actual road, don't like the rain. I think the Renaults are showing it here today in England. Yep. Definitely. And both the Renaults are both in the elimination zone. Struggling. And so is both the Racing Points. Yeah. Well, Magic Mark is an excuse. He's got 2 broken fingers. Yeah, we can't. We gotta say, massive props to the Magic Man for making it into Q2, especially the fact that he's got 2 broken fingers. I do wish him all the best, because you know, nothing is more horrible than trying to get into the league racing. There's a lot of Irish flags. Yeah, some of them are Italian.
But like, oh, he goes nice. Okay, so
P8, nice. He's knocked himself
he's
out of the elimination zone.
yeah. I was going to say the Magic Man's pulled the slipper.
He's pulled it out and he managed to crack it back into position and pull in a cracking lap.
But like, how are you meant to go? You know, do your job. You know, spend time with your family. You know, do all your weekend activities with 2 broken fingers. That's gonna be tough. Like,
Well, you guys to give the man credit where it's due. And we got 20 viewers, by the way, Bodder.
21 it says here. So nice one, guys. Thanks for tuning
21.
in. Yeah.
Even better. DP Roberts is on the wet compound tyres, if you noticed. He's gone into the pits and he's slapped on the wets. Is the conditions actually worsening to the point where the wet weather tyre might be the best?
No.
Senna's ran out of fuel.
No, he just literally stuck him on for a second and quickly took him off. Senna's out of fuel. Oh, Shane's gone for a spin.
I think he has. Okay, I didn't get to see that because we got a broken down Red Bull with no fuel.
Did Shane? I don't know. Shane is on his out lap, which means he spun coming out of the pits. So Shane has pulled a Grosjean.
Yes, but it's those cold tyres and, you know, it's very treacherous in the rain. And Shane's a wheel user, correct?
He is. And so is Magic Mark.
If you've got the feedback in the wheel, you know, especially if you're in wet conditions, got cold tyres, adjusting to different conditions, it's going to be much, much harder, I'd say, racing on a wheel in the rain than it is in a pad, maybe, because you do got to remember, like, the one wrong move on the wheel and you're gone.
Yeah, that's the biggest change I found from moving to pad to the wheel was the rain. Dry conditions is fine, but when you get into the wet and the car starts sliding, you quickly need to snap. Like, I mean, you quickly need to snap and counter that oversteer. If you don't, you're going around. And just over the course of time, I've just gotten to it. So used to it now that whenever the car goes sideways, like, yay, wee, round we go, yay.
I like that. That was very cheery though, but just wee.
I like drifting. I like drifting. Like, I don't know if anyone's watching the European Drift Masters. It's like the European Drift Championship. It was actually held in Ireland. It's actually in Ireland. Well, it was in Ireland this evening, so it was. The top drifters all over Europe came to Ireland to take part in Mondella, which is like our national track. So there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 corners dedicated on our track to drifting. Nice long straight, 90-mile-an-hour entry into like a square right-hander, and the guys are like 90 mph pulling the handbrake, sliding into that corner. It is fantastic to watch when you're there. So it is the murder that the engines get, like these Nissan engines, the 2JZ engines from Toyota, absolutely getting murdered, pushed to the limit.
Oh, you're talking real shop with me now, Bodder. You've got me looked.
Well, I know you like rallying, Primus, so yeah, it should be right up your street.
I do indeed. I love my rally. I like rally games, but as of recently, due to RSF1 being the main cause in a good way, I've gotten so hooked on Formula 1 that, like, this is the most I've ever played a Formula 1 game. And Brundle comes in and sets fastest lap of the session, a 1:40.5. He was dead last just not a moment ago. And look at that, he takes top of Q2.
That's brilliant. Obviously, the rain dance is paying off for him. What these guys will be laughing at even more is because they're on inters and the race is starting on dries. I believe they're going to have their pick of tyres section.
That's why it's going to be interesting, because no one's going to have extra worn tyres for the race. So it's definitely going to be interesting. And Magic Marks, by the way, 3rd place. He's moved up from the elimination zone to 8th to 3rd.
Look at his laps on his tyres. He's done exactly what I said. He's done 5 laps on his tyres. He's warmed up his inters. He's got him up to optimum temperature. Ran his lap. That's what he's done.
Perfect. Shane up to 5th. Shane was last in the elimination zone. Look at that. Shane just put himself into Q3 with only 2 minutes to remaining, Bodder. It's looking close, because right now, Junior, Patronus, Pie-Eater, PMT Briz and Charismix are in the elimination zone in Q2. So it is hard to tell who's getting knocked out and who's going up.
Briz will be the first one across the line. Briz will be the first one to cross the line of the danger zone guys, as I call them. Let's see what the Ferrari driver can do.
Danger zone lads.
Danger zone lads. Danger zone now.
Oh, you're going to set me off with that song. I love it. BMT
10th
Breeze
for
puts himself
Briz.
in the danger area of 10th place. Puts a WOR stretch down into 11th.
Here
He's
comes
at risk
Junior.
of being eliminated.
What can
Junior got a
do?
bad run there out of Maggots and Beckett's.
Oh, 12 for Junior.
And that is not good. Junior is going to be possibly knocked out of Q2. I think Junior's staying out. Oh yes, the Kebab Man's actually on a lap.
Oh, he went a bit wide.
In the veil, but I think he's okay. He's still pushing for it.
He'll have time
now
for
the
one
final
more lap.
chicane. He will have time. So now going round into club. And he goes across into third. Wow!
What?
The Kebab Man,
From
I think he's had his fill on kebabs, and it has fueled him with fury because he put himself from last into third.
Oh, you know what he's saying there? He's saying that chili sauce really gave him a bit of a boost there.
You know, add a little bit of peppers, tomatoes, lettuce, you know, extra meat.
The backfiring, you know, really gave him an extra bit of boost in the turbo.
I'm hoping I get paid tomorrow because now talking about Charismix has made me want a kebab.
Kebab. Yeah, I know the same thing. I can't mention Charismic's name now when I was thinking of kebab.
It's a curse now. Whenever you mention the name Charismix, it's like, I'm not even going to call it a kebab anymore. I'm just going to go into the shop and like, yeah, can I have a Charismix, please?
Can I have a Charismix, please? Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah,
and they'll be like, say no more, mate. And they'll just give me exactly what he has.
Oh, Stretch is...
Ambriz.
And he was caught there in the corner.
Stretch and
Stretch
Briz
lost
are
his
out
wing.
of the session.
Yeah.
Has he?
Yeah, Isaiah has lost the wing. Junior has to cross the
Oh,
line
and that
here.
almost obstructed Magic Marks, who just took provisional pole.
Junior still out. Cross Kerry's in the
Junior
danger zone. Patronus, who
Cross
we're going to
Kerry
look at
is at
next.
risk. So he's going round into Woodland, I think. No, there you go. So we look at Patronus. He's close enough now. He's just got out of Beckett's through Chapel.
Yeah.
Into the hangar straight. So we'll keep an eye on these. It's so hard to focus on one person in the rain because normally in the dry you know who to watch out for, but in the rain it's so. Oh, and Patronus goes a bit wide there, going out of Stowe.
Hopefully
Not good for Patronus.
Bring it back together here.
So can Patronus continue to bring on this
close.
Power? He can! Provisional pole, and he went wide. Wow!
Whoa.
And then we've got Cross Kerry. So Paite out of the session.
Hyder is out because he's pitting.
Senna does not beat his time.
Cross
All
Kerry.
eyes are on Cross Kerry because he is now going to be the only person who's going to be able to knock Senna out of Q2. And you know what? He's only gone and done it. Third place.
Wow. Fair play to the guys. Like, that's some serious laps they put in literally last minute.
I'll tell you what.
I think I'm done for the evening already.
Yeah? Oh, same. We'll wrap up this. I'm joking. But we still have to get through this because these guys have just staggered us because Britain, we know it likes to be wet and rainy or whatever, but it's actually made an interesting qualifying session. And you know what's the best part? Cross Kerry has done exactly what Peppermeat has done and rocking the Irish colours.
Go on, Cross Kerry. Go on, Irish. Go on.
So I'll let you go over the elimination zone and I'll go over the top three.
Alright, so the guys, unfortunately, we lost in Q2 was Senna, Piter, Junior, Briz, and Stretch, unfortunately. So we'll see them in the race. Honest?
It's a shame for Senna as well because if it wasn't for Cross Kerry, he wouldn't have been knocked out. But unfortunately, that's just what happens.
That's the way the cookie
Anything can unfold
crumbles.
in the race. Patronus coming out with provisional pole for Q2, followed by Magic Marks in second, and Cross Kerry in third place. So Cross Kerry in his debut for the Williams F1 team. So, you know, the Williams F1 team is going to want a good result for home.
Rain
and then
again
we've
here.
got rain again all the way through. It is not going to let up until race day. So
I wonder.
You're probably going to hear a little bit more intensity from me in the Q3 because it's just hard to tell through Q1 and 2 what's going to happen. But now, this is going to be where everyone finishes for the race.
How are these guys going to cope? Like, you only get like 3 inters. I think you get a fourth one then for the race. like, what way is this going to work out in terms of like have they enough tire left on 3 tires already? I don't know.
They should, hopefully. We still maxed out at 21 followers, by the way, so we're doing really good
nice
today.
one, guys. Thanks for following us, guys. Yeah, give us a like or a follow, share on Facebook or Twitter. Nice.
Hopefully, if I'm correct, we should have, because I haven't got my chat up at the moment, because I've still got the track layout. We should have someone maybe in there named Deathbringer, who is a good friend of mine from work. So if you're there, Deathbringer, hello, mate. I hope you're watching and I hope you're enjoying.
Yeah.
Because Deathbringer's not normally into racing games, but I was speaking to him at work today about, about the league and how awesome it is, and we managed to captivate a non-F1 fan before. Hopefully we can get get a double today.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm guessing by the name Deathbringer, he obviously plays like first-person shooters.
Diablo, first-person shooters. He's currently enjoying Borderlands 3.
Oh man, Borderlands 3, that is on my wish list right now. That's on my wish list. If that goes cheap over Christmas, boom, Santa's buying me that. Man, Santa, thanks very much.
When I get paid, Borderlands 3 is like on the want list right now.
Do you know what I like about having friends with Borderlands 3 is if they're so far advanced in the game, and then you only get the game and they're like level 60 or 80 or whatever, they just literally join into your game and they're killing everything in one shot kill.
And you're just like, don't worry, lads, I'll just chill here.
I'll just chill here. I'll take the experience. Yeah, that's all good. I'm just leveling up by doing nothing.
I can't play the old Borderlands games anymore because they're just riddled with modders.
Yeah. Oh, Depper says he's here. He's watching. Oh, nice one, Depper.
Hey, he is watching. Hope you're enjoying, mate. So interesting for Q3 because everyone is currently out onto their outlap. So
that's true.
More intensity for the session. So who's the car actually first across the lines? I think Roberts is now going into Vale. Oh look, it's got Brundle.
Brundle starting.
Everyone. So Brundle is now going through Abbey, through Farm. So now he needs to get a good run into Village. His rain dance he needs to pay off. It's the third time in a row he's done his rain dance and it worked. There's currently rain dance on the house.
He got it.
Yeah, he asked for it, and now through into Aintree. So he needs to get a good run through there. You can't clip too much of the curve inside because it could accidentally count as a corner cut and then invalidate your lap. It's very easy to do it there, so you just got to be careful through the Wellington Straight. So now into Brooklands, down he goes. Oh yeah, you got to be careful there as well. You don't want to cut too much of the inside there in Brooklands. Now through Lovefield. That's a good run through Lovefield. Now into Woodcott. So that's nice and neat. Tucking onto the inside and now through onto the outside line onto the straight going into Cox. That is the old start straight he went through as well. So now through Maggots into Beckett's. So there you go, now through Maggots. Now into Beckett's. Actually, he's getting some pretty good lines going through there.
He is, yeah.
Now through into Chapel goes Brundle into the Hangar Straight. So now he needs to try and maintain a good line through into Stowe, not pushing too hard because in the rain it can still knock you off if you're not watching over. That's actually really nice through. So now Peppermeat, a 1.1, but we know the 40s is eventually going to bring
go faster. That can go
into
faster
Club goes Brundle, provisional pole with a 140.9. No, 140.3, sorry. I saw the 99, sorry. 140.3, so that's really quick from Brundle. And Roberts, a 140.2. Oh my god.
Let's see who's going next. Jake Moore is on the second and last corner here. There's a Ferrari in front of him. I presume that's either the man with the cash. Yeah, it is the man with the cash.
There's the man with the cash. He gets 5th place. And now Jake Moore, he comes across into P8. I think he struggled with that lap very much. And Charismix is P9. All eyes are on Shane going through Club, and he stays in 10th place.
Yeah. So in the chat there, it says Flamin has put in saying predictions for first, second, and third. Primus, please go ahead. What do you reckon is going to be our top three?
I know Roberts is definitely going to be a real contender. Magic Mark's in second place with 2 broken fingers.
He pulls it out of nowhere. Literally pulls it out of nowhere, like a rabbit out of a hat.
But it's hard to say because the top 3 are entwined in the same tenth of a second.
Yeah, you love to see that. You love to see that.
And it's amazing. Like, except for Robertson at 140.2, but like Magic Marks is a 140.3, and then Brundle of a 140.399. So it's really close between those two. So everyone's
Let's give a
return
shout out
to
to
the
Patronus. Patronus up near the start of the season was kind of getting knocked out in Q2, maybe down Q3. Now he's up in 4th position currently in this Q3 at the minute. So either Silverstone is his home.
Provisional pole as well.
He feels very comfortable with Silverstone. Otherwise, he's on the wheel.
He's ran out of fuel as well, unfortunately, so he will go back in, have a fuel stop, because only 5 minutes or so, well, 5 minutes and 50 seconds remain in the session. So, to be honest, this qualifying session's actually gone extremely fast.
Yeah, really fast, really fast. Yeah, that's pretty good. Like, you know, Roberts was chatting to me earlier on. He says he's expecting to get a top 5 in quali. So far so good. He's ticked that box for himself. But he says his race pace is really good. But he says Brundle and Magic Mark, they're very close to him. But he is aiming for the podium. So he's looking to see what he can do. But so far so good for Roberts. Looking good for him.
Jake Moore is currently out on another lap as well, because he just warmed up and charged his ERS, and he is now back at it again. He's gone into a mix 5, so he's definitely pushing. He's got his fuel light coming on. I think Jake is going to risk it all to put this lap in.
The problem is here, if he sets a lap, he won't get. He's going to run out of fuel to come back in the pit. So this potentially could be his last opportunity to set a lap. If I see my fuel light flashing, I'm putting that down to lean mode and getting straight back into the pits. It's not worth it. I'd rather come out with maybe 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes to go, try and set a lap. Then you're going to have faster guys coming last minute, literally doing that. But looking good here so far.
The pits, having fuel lights going on. If Jake Moore is really pushing now, this could be everything he could give at the moment.
He's fed in the throttle as well, nice and easy.
I think he might actually box this lap, because I don't know if he's going to stay out.
No, I personally wouldn't. You see the red light flashing? No. Because you're going to get stuck out on the track and on no fuel mode, so you'll need every little bit to get back in. I'm guessing he's going to pit in.
Yeah, he's going in. I have a feeling he wasn't going to risk it. If he quickly gets in and gets back out, he'll be able to set another lap in no time.
So I think...
Yeah, Shane's done the same thing.
I think Charismatic is the first one... set a lap, maybe? On the out laps? Yes, no, sorry, Brundle.
We've got...
Brundle
there you go,
first.
so Brundle is crossing... No, he's actually... I think Charismix is closer. Yeah, Charismix is through Maggots and Beckett. Brundle's still at the old starter straight.
Yeah, he's out.
So... let's keep an eye out. Peppermeat is accidentally put on the wets in the pit stop. No, it's on his pit, sorry, in his pit paddock. So we'll go on board with Charismix now. So we're going to get the full, the full run through of the track. So he does need to get a good run through club, because you need a good run through the last corner to get the maximum out of your lap. So Charismix's lap begins now. So we know he can do it. So through Abbey, that's quite nice. A little bit wide there.
Oh, he's going around.
And Charismix is spun out. Going through Farm.
That's it. Burn
his lap over.
He needs to get quick around. Put the car in lean mode.
At ERS.
Yeah, he needs to bring around.
Back around.
Warm those tires.
He could take it for a second shot.
Yeah, he's going to have to time it now, so he is.
Let's look for Brundle into Village. You're joking.
No, Peppermeat's out. He's doing his out lap on full wets. Whether it's a mistake or not, I don't know. Will he go back in the pit? I don't know. Maybe it's kind of a thing of let's try the wets, see what happens. Roberts is put on the wets as well, but he's in the pit box. The garage.
I think the conditions are worsening. Let's watch Peppermeat, because Peppermeat, it looks like he's actually riding well in the wet. As I say it, he's struggling with the back. Roberts has retired from the session. I think he's happy at that 140.2. So I think he feels comfortable in provisional pole for Q3. 1 minute and 40 seconds remain. It's hard to tell. 24 viewers, Bodder.
I know Roberts is feeling confident, but man, you can't be too confident right now. There's a minute and a half left of Q3. You're going to have guys literally one lap of fuel coming for you. I think maybe that might have been a bit too soon to retire, but who knows? Maybe he used up all his interest.
Let's look at Peppermeat now. He's going through Club. So he begins his lap. We'll see how he copes in his sector times. Through into Abbey. Oh, a little bit of the back end kicking up there, going through Abbey into Farm. Now through Village, breaking. He went quite deep there. Oh, and the back end kicks out Magic Marks. 140.1. That could have just secured him the provisional pole.
Ooh, Peppermeat going around nearly. Jeez, I had to catch it. You had to catch it literally last second. The oversteer there was unreal.
Oh, Brundle's out! Brundle's crashed!
Whoa.
I just caught Brundle. He just span out and off he went into the wall. He has crashed out of the session, so his chances of snatching provisional pole today are gone.
I think Peppermeat is struggling on these wets.
I think they might have jumped to conclusions too quick. The man with the cash is currently on his lap. So 20 seconds remain. How's it looking in the chat, Modder? I imagine everyone's excited for...
Peppermeat, yeah, everyone's saying, yeah, go Peppermeat. So, yeah, Peppermeat. Jamie J. Carr Gaming says, yup, Peppermeat. Wavy Wade says, yeah, Peppermeat. Oh, that's great, we're getting some new viewers. This is fantastic. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, guys.
Yeah, this is incredible. And Patronus and Crosscarry will finish as they are, unless Jake Moore, Charismix, Shane, Peppermeat, or the man with the cash.
The man with the cash just literally threw it in there in Maggots and Beckett's, that corner there. Literally threw the car in there sideways.
I think he's determined to take provisional pole. We'll watch the man with the cash going through into the hammer straight. The hanger straight, sorry, not hammer.
A driver told me tonight, he said, watch out for the man with the cash. He is going to be bringing his top speed tonight, so we've got to watch out for him. People want to watch in the race.
Stowe.
Oh, a bit wide!
Oh, a little bit wide going out of Stowe, but do remember, he's canned it. He doesn't want to do it. He went wide, invalidated the lap, not worth carrying on. Jake Moore going for the old start straight. So through Cox. How's Shane doing? Shane's closer. We'll keep an eye on Shane.
Now the cash retires.
2 people left in Q3
for
round 10. Shane's going in. Only Jake Moore remains. He will be the last driver to cross the line in qualifying for round 10 of the Formula 2 season. So
Magic Mark is
let's
sitting in
see
the
how
pits
he
now
will
with his
do.
heart pumping.
He has 2 broken fingers and he's taking provisional pole for the race.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I say his friend Skunk Burner is at home watching us going, yeah, fair play. Like, what's
so
Jake
going
going to do
through
here?
the last corner. Jake Moore, can he beat 9th place? Can he go up? He went up to 7th.
Nice one.
Well done to Jake Moore. I think Roberts was way too quick to say, yep, I'm good here.
Yeah,
because look at Magic Marks just instantly pushing him down.
Yeah,
so
you can't turn your eyes away from Magic Mark. Guys like that, Skunk Burner, Brundle, there's guys like that, you cannot give them a second. Sorry, go ahead.
So, Magic Marks, provisional pole for the British Grand Prix, a dry British Grand Prix, so no more rain. DP Roberts in 2nd place, followed by RSF1 Brundle in 3rd. Patronus is in 4th, the man with the cash is in 5th. Charismix is in 6th, Jake Moore is in 7th. With Peppermeat, the crowd favourite, is in 8th. Crosscarry in 9th in Q3 in his debut for Toro Rosso, so well done to Crosscarry. And Shane rounds off the top 10.
Wow. Joe, that's so strange because I think it was at Q2 we saw the 2 top drivers were Irish, and now in Q3 2 Irish drivers are in 8th and 9th.
It's
now we can
dry
race.
Overcast. You can see some clouds starting to form, so we can't rule out race because rain because there is some clouds. It's not clear,
and it's Britain. Britain, Ireland, very similar weather conditions.
I like that analogy. It's Britain. If anyone's British or lives in the UK, they know that you can never ever say,
Ireland.
"Oh yeah, it's just gonna stay like that." Or Ireland, yeah. You never know because someone's just going to be like, yeah, it's looking nice and sunny. And now look, it was beautiful today where I live, and it's raining tonight because of our man Brundle here, his obsession for rain dances.
Man, Brundle, I hope he's not doing this all season long. Like, I can't be doing this for the next 10 races, like, rain in Q qualifying and rain in the race, man. That's just pretty crazy. But that was pretty interesting qualifying. Pretty interesting.
Was, and it was so mixed because you normally know who's going to get through and who's going to struggle, but today quite a few of the people that we were like unsure of just jumped out of nowhere. Patronus doing amazing, and so is Cross Kerry, because do keep in mind Cross Kerry was one of the main contenders in F3 coming up into F2, and it looks like he's actually starting to feel a little bit more comfortable now in this division.
And with Roberts as well retiring early in Q3, that puts him on second, doesn't it, on the grid? So that means he's starting inside now, I think. So I wonder, is Roberts going to be driving angry?
To be fair, Abbey is a hard corner to go in, especially because it's a very tight right-hander.
Yes.
So everyone's going to be pushing it through there. So I have a feeling if you're starting in first, I'm not going to say it's going to be amazing for you, but you'll probably have a better chance of getting through turn one.
Yeah, you had the line, but the problem is the guy in second place going to challenge you, or is he going to tuck in behind you and follow you through and then battle you then for the rest of the lap? This is what I love about racing. Choices like this, quick decisions. You're going to battle or you're not going to battle. You're going to fall in line or what? So Robert's starting inside. It can be interesting to watch. Can't wait to go through the grid lineup.
I'll let you take that because obviously I've been doing more of the onboards because of the track name knowledge. So to let you have some time as well, Bodder, I'll let you round off the entire formation lap grid.
Sorry, Francis, what are you saying now?
So because obviously I did more of the onboards and didn't really know much of the corner names, what I'll do is I'll let you do the formation lap.
Oh, nice one, dude. Thank you. I do like a good formation lap.
No worries. That's sort of like we know how it's gonna go.
Oh, this is it. In RSF1, F2, you and me, Primus, we know how to get it done here.
We do. That's why I look forward to Sundays because we work well together. I remember back in the old social days, back when we were setting up the league. And
yeah.
I remember our first comment. It was Belgium, actually. It was in Spa. That was our first commentating session.
It was, yes. Yeah, it was very good, very natural. And we got a lot of people in the chat here saying Peppermeat. Yeah, Peppermeat is king. So Peppermeat has a few fans here. So hopefully, if Peppermeat gets podium tonight, he can be saying hello to all his fans from the podium.
So to let everyone know, to the new people in the stream, this is the transition period. So we are now all the cars are lined up on the grid, but we must wait for the host to ready up, which he has just done as I was speaking. So they will all work over their strategies, their tyres, prepare themselves for the upcoming race. And me personally, I don't just sit there and make plan A. I go plan B, C, and D. So if I have a feeling, I might spin out, if I get caught in a collision, or if I get through, or whatever, I plan and anticipate for all events. But it's 3 seconds now till the beginning of the formation lap, so I am now going to head over. I'm going to hand over now to my good friend Bodder to do the formation lap.
Thank you so much, Primus. Thank you so much. So starting in the back, we have XRL Mansell 92. He is in the Williams. This is his first seat. I think this is his first race, not a reserve. It's a full-time driver, sorry. In 16th, John Digweed in the Mercedes. 15th is Stretch in the Renault. 14th is PMT Brace. Hopefully those Ferraris will start moving towards the front. In 13th, we have the first, the Haas with Junior, RSF1 Junior. And in 12th, we have Pieter in the second of their Mercs. 11th, we have the Red Bull of RSF1 Senna. He'll also be looking to push forward this. I know for Senna, this is a good track for him, so he'll be looking to have a good race tonight. He is on the mediums currently. Shane in 10th in the Pink Panther. He is on the softs, which is interesting to see. Cross Carey in 9th, an Irishman, so hopefully he'll be looking for his win on British soil tonight, hopefully, maybe. Along with him, fellow countryman in 8th is Peppermeat. He is in the McLaren.
A real fan favourite today.
Yeah, real fan favourite, exactly. Yeah, he's starting on mediums. Jake Moore in 7th. He's starting on medium as well. He's in the Red Bull with 6th is Charismatic, the kebab man. He'll be going for kebab after this. Hopefully you might get one for me too. He is in the Alfa Romeo. And in 5th, the driver formerly known as Josh with the Dosh is now the man with the cash in the Ferrari. He is in 5th place. He'll be looking for a good start. Will be challenging the top guys going to turn 1, turn 2 possibly. We'll have to watch and see. 4th is Petronas. Fantastic qualifying session from Petronas. So well done to him. Tip my hat to Petronas. That was a good qualifying session. In 3rd is Brundle. He'll be starting right behind our pole sitter in the Renault. There is Brundle. He's on the mediums. DP Roberts, who retired probably that minute or two early, maybe in Q3. Will that come back to bite him? Will he challenge Magic Mark into Q1 or into turn 1? Sorry, he's currently sitting on the mediums with our pole sitter Magic Mark, the Magic Man with 2 broken fingers apparently in the Pink Panther. He is starting on mediums as well. So this will be an interesting race, Barnes.
It is indeed, and thank you, Bodder. That was a brilliant run through of the formation.
Oh man, it gets better every week.
And yeah, it gets better every week. I look forward to it every time because you know your stuff, and I love the enthusiasm, by the way, when getting through all of the drivers. So back to our usual. So Bodder, you keep an eye on the back and the mid. I'll keep an eye on our top 5 in the battle. So all the cars are lining up on the grid, and I am excited to be commentating over my home Grand Prix. Not just to race it on Wednesday, but to be commentating over it. So 5 red lights. And away we go with the British Grand Prix. Robert gets a better run on Magic Marks going into Abbey, into turn 1.
Well, the Pink Panthers have
Is that been a collision already?
Yeah.
Oh, and we've got Toro Rosso running wide, and there's been an incident involving WR stretch. That's Junior. No, that's Roberts. Roberts has gone out. He's gone down off the grid. It's not good for Roberts. Magic Marks is in the lead, followed by Brundle. Oh my God, this is...
Was it no Junior? Sorry, Junior. Junior and Pyatt had a bit of a spin as well.
Junior's gone down the grid as well. Roberts has gone down to 5th after being 2nd and getting an amazing run in the... Oh my God, Charismatic has got
the kebab man's challenging him.
Oh my God, and going through Woodcombe.
Roberts has damaged. Roberts has damaged front right wing.
And look at that. Charismatic is going to try and get a look down the inside on DP Roberts. Roberts has to back off, and that allows Peppermeat to get a little look.
Yellow flag, I'm checking for that. We have a spinner. Who was that? That is John Digweed spinning at the back. I say his tyres are probably ruined. You might need to bet
I think there was contact. I think Peppermeat might have just clipped a bit of DP Roberts because he's now lost an end plate, which is now allowing the Red Bull of Senna to get a little look onto Peppermeat down the hanger straight. And look at that, Jake Moore is getting a look on Cross Kerry.
Yeah, they were nearly 3 wide, but someone backed over 2 wide in. That's a tough one into Stoke.
Oh, Cross Kerry defending while trying to attack RSF1 Senna going into club. So a very eventful first lap. We cannot rule it out. Cross Kerry goes wide.
Now with the cash moves up the third. Takes away from
He's in 3rd place. That's incredible.
The man with the cash, he's on softs. He's on softs. Everyone else is pretty much on mediums so far in the top 10 running. The only man on softs. He needs to be aggressive. He needs a push here. This is his time.
So rounding off the grid from lap 1, onwards. So Magic Marks is in the lead, but gets a bad run there going into, I think that was into Woodland, into Luffield. So Brundle is 6 tenths of a second off of Magic Marks in 1st place. Man with the cash is actually on the charge with those soft compound tyres, gaining on RSF1 Brundle. I think now that the rain's all gone, it's not going to do Brundle any good because now the dry people have finally found their groove and they are going on the attack.
Yeah, as the guy said to me today, I think 1 or 2 drivers said to me, watch out for the man with the cash. He is the man to watch tonight. So look, he's currently in 3rd. We'll see what happens with the pit strategy, the way it work out. But that's a great start for him. Couldn't have asked for a better start.
Brundle is gaining on Magic Marks. Magic Marks goes a little bit deep going into Stowe there and very wide on the exit. That could be a potential warning on the game if
those sweaty bandages, the sweaty bandages on those fingers, the broken fingers, dude. You gotta remember it.
And Brundle is just all over the back of that racing point going into club. I think Brundle's man the cash is fastest lap. We've got another yellow flag in the third sector. I think that's WR stretch.
That's stretch. DRS is enabled. Stretch is a bit of a spin.
Into
Piger is in.
Late braking from Brundle. I'll keep an eye on the front because the battle between Magic Marks and Brundle might unfold here because Brundle has now got DRS on the straight following Magic Marks, turning up the ERS just only a little bit. I think he's going to be able to make the move right now, depending on Magic Marks, but it looks like Magic Marks is good there through Woodland into Luffield. Oh, and a little bit deep there going from Brundle, a little bit wide there going into Luffield, but the battle still goes on. Man with the cash. I forgot to mention, the man with the cash is also in the DRS of Brundle, so he is keeping up. I think the man with the cash is just waiting to make a pounce. Because look at that, they've both gone wide going there through Cops.
Yeah, he's lost his points, he's lost weight, he's looking to go. Just as well as you're watching the front, I'm watching the back here. There's some battle here for like 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, 10th as well. Jake Moore is getting involved here as well. Great battling here in midfield.
Roberts has got that damage. Peppermeat is moving up. And look at that, Jake Moore, no, not Jake
Senna
Moore.
is on the
Senna
back
is
of
looking to
Peppermeat.
try and overtake. The Irishman is not willing
Brundle
to
gets
give
past
an
him.
arm nor a leg.
Brundle gets past Magic Mark.
Brundle takes the lead. And look at that, the man with the cash is going to make an attack as well. He's cut down to 0.2 of a second on Magic Marks. Magic Marks is now starting to feel the pain of those broken fingers, trying to hold off those cars and fight for the lead. He has to try and push to catch Brundle.
I hope he's playing with some painkillers. Or I hope someone is there beside him popping some painkillers into his mouth because he's going to need them. Those fingers have to last the next 45 minutes.
And look at that, the man with the cash is in the DRS, and I think he's going to turn up the ERS load into the Wellington straight, and yes he is. I think the man with the cash is looking to make the attack, maybe through here or maybe into Luffield. Look at that, Magic Marks goes a little bit wide there.
Yeah. Stalking him, so he is.
Oh! And
so close to the back here. Cross carry, Senna,
Peppermeat. Shut.
They're within like 3/10 of each other. This is crazy racing. They're like back on back here. I'll keep an eye on this.
PMT Briz is on the back of the Red Bull of Jake Moore. Look at this.
They're side by side.
Down the inside into Cobbs.
Oh, this the front.
Oh, and PMT Briz spins it and he crashes into the wall.
Oh, Briz, get it back, get it back, get it back, good. He's already lost a bit of the wing.
Place.
Nice one, Mansell.
That was almost good battle going into Cops there between the Red Bull and the Ferrari.
Senna's taking the outside into Stowe. Into the hanger straight. He's going to beat Peppermeat into it.
And he takes that position. Peppermeat with that wing damage is trying his best to defend, but eventually all great things come to an end. Peppermeat, I don't think, has the aero to make the attack again. Cross Kerry attacking his fellow countryman, going into Cub. Charismix with a 3-second penalty. And look at the Red Bull of Jake Moore.
Look at the man with the cash. He's right in the back of the Magic Man. Right at the back of him. Oh, those softs
I think he might make the move here.
Now. He's going to have to. He's going to have to make the move sooner rather than later. Excuse me.
So let's keep an eye on them. Junior, 3-second penalty. He doesn't turn up the ERS load. I don't think the man with the cash is willing to make the move yet. I think he's planning on stockpiling. Brundle gets a little bit deep there going into Woodland, and it looks like allowed Marks to catch back up into Luffield. Both of them struggle at the back end a little bit, but Magic Man, look at that, he's unfazed.
The Irishmen are battling here,
like,
8th and 9th.
I think the Magic Man has literally just got penny, like he's got bags tied to his car. He's got 2 Ps, he's got 1 Ps, he's got 5 Ps, you know.
Just dropping off
and
and going on the track, yeah.
He's cut off the 2 Ps and he's slowly gaining on the cars. Look at that. The Magic Man is suddenly back on the attack. Brundle is struggling up in front. And I think on the hanger straight, could Magic Marks maybe make the attack? He's got no ERS practically. He's got a quarter of a battery left. Oh, look at that. He's actually maybe going to go for the move into Stone, you know.
Not happening. Oh, Charisma gets by Patronus. Charisma on the outside of Patronus. Patronus is kind of pushing a bit wide. We get Charisma still gets the move done. Great move from Charisma.
Patronus is going to go down the inside on...
Not there. It's not there. From back out. Yeah.
No, he backed out. It was good thinking there by Patronus. Saved the attack for another corner. And Paeta's got a 3-second time penalty. Bad luck for the Mercedes in the back on the soft compound tyres.
I have a mixed bag of strategies now from 10th downwards. Some guys in hard, some guys mediums and softs. Currently in the top 10, everyone's on mediums except for the man with the cash. I was the yellow flag.
Mansell's out!
That's Mansell.
Mansell's crashed!
I'm having a look here to see where it is. I can't see yet. It must have been turn 1 or turn 2 possibly, from what I can see. No,
It's
it
in
was
the first sector.
It was. Yeah.
Did
Mansell's
he
in the
crash out?
Williams, isn't
Terminal
it?
damage.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Oh, unlucky for Mansell. That was a great drive. He went from dead last to like 10th place at a point.
Terminal damage, Mansell, yep, he DNF'd. I think it was the exit of turn 2. It looked like the back end came around him from what I could see.
Ah, unlucky. And Senna is actually gaining on DP Roberts. We've got a helicopter pan shot of Senna in the DRS on the straight cross Kerry. 3-second time penalty. Bad luck there.
Ooh.
And it looks like Senna, it might pull a Max Verstappen like he did pull on Nico Rosberg back in 2016. No, just wasn't going to be into Stowe. But Roberts gets a bad run there. Could Senna look maybe on the outside of the chicane? Oh, he hits the back of Roberts!
He's pushing around the corners, so he is. It's not go-karts, guys. It's not go-karts. You can't push each other around the corners.
Good recovery from Roberts there when
Great
receiving
recovery.
a slight little nudge there from the Red Bull Senna. Oh, I could
Senna
see
gets
he
a 3
cut
second
too
penalty.
much
Yeah.
off the first corner. Unlucky, but he's going to continue the attack on the Haas of DP Roberts.
Roberts still has damage as well. That's important to remember. So if anyone's wondering in the chat, why is Roberts losing so much time? He has damage.
He's defending amazingly though, all
Yeah.
things considering. But I think when the pits get called, he's gonna get like holed up in there because do keep in mind he needs to fix that wing.
He does, and that costs you an extra 5, 6, 7 seconds possibly. Oh wow!
Well, yeah.
Let's see what's happening in the chat, guys. 23
Petronas
viewers. Thanks for watching us, guys.
is gaining on Charismix, going through Maggots and Beckett's. Look at that, Charismix is struggling to get a run through. Petronas has to back off because Charismix just cannot get a run through. Into Chapel onto the Wellington straight. Look at that, Petronas is pushing like crazy. He's finding amazing speed in that McLaren. Meanwhile, Peppermeat, 3-second time penalty, the crowd favourite.
Senna and Roberts. Roberts slightly pushes, but Senna's going on the
Into
outside,
Stowe.
and he's making
Oh,
it
and Roberts
stick.
hits Senna on the inside.
Oh, Roberts! I missed that. I didn't see the contact. All I saw was the overtake.
All I saw was them both side by side into Stowe.
Oh, there was someone shooting
but
into the
Senna
pits
was
there,
out in
whoever that was.
front.
Who was that shooting? That
Brundle's
was,
got a
that was
3-second
Shane.
time penalty.
That was Shane shooting into the pits there for some reason.
Blimey, I think he.
Pepper's in the pit. But there's guys
Shane
pitting
was on
already on
softs.
mediums. Yeah, Shane was on softs, so fair enough. But he flew into the pits.
That's bad luck
Please.
from DP Roberts. All I saw there
Ah,
was him
Pepper's
down the
getting a
inside
wing
on
change.
Senna.
Yeah.
Peppermeat is going for the wing change. I think he's had enough of that broken wing. Let's keep an eye on the other McLaren. No, Peppermeat's teammate is making up ground on Charismix.
Like a bad man. I wonder is
And I keep-
Charisma
my
kind of
hun-
just
my
kind of
hunger
dropping
is
a bit of
growing.
garlic sauce in the back, you know, kind of like, you know, trying to, you know, like Mario, you throw back
Yeah.
oil, trying to, you know, so the guy behind you flies off the track. Yellow flag, sector 2, is that? Let me check it.
I think
Oh,
that's
we have a
Pieter.
spinner as Pieter, yeah. Ooh, nearly came back in front of Shane as well.
Oh, Petronas losing the back end of the car a little bit. A little wiggle there going into Maggots and Beckett's, but luckily he was driving well enough to recover. But that was a nasty little wiggle there from the McLaren. I actually think these mediums are starting to really struggle because do keep in mind, it's not the length that they're going through, it's the battles. When you're
Yeah.
pushing hard, trying to defend or attack, you're giving those tyres absolute hell. And
Yeah,
they
you're
are going to
pushing them.
scream.
Yeah, you're absolutely pushing tires. We gotta mention as well, the man with the cash, he 8 laps on the softs. That's incredible. Stretch Cascas Jr. When is man with the cash gonna pitch? Is he going for a 2-stop? Is he going for 1-stop? How is this gonna work out for him? He's still in the back of
don't
Magic Mark
know.
though. This is brilliant driving from Joshua Dosh, the driver from Nonas.
I have to give him credit where it's due. He took advantage of all the mayhem that unfolded in front of him, and he jumped into 3rd place. Look at that, Magic Marks is... I know with those broken fingers, it's bound to cause some extra struggle, but he is keeping it though. But do
Yeah,
keep
he's
in
holding on to
mind though, Brundle has a penalty. He's got a 3-second time penalty.
Does he? I didn't see that.
Yeah, he got a 3-second time penalty for receiving multiple warnings. If Magic Marks and with the Man with the Cash stay close to Brundle, it could put the Magic Man and the Man with the Cash into the top 2.
So that means Brundle needs a push like mad. As Patronus is throwing the car around right at the back of
Charismix has got a 3-second penalty.
Yeah, I saw that. He just literally put the wheel over the curb and got a bit of dirt up. And the cost
Has he got
Charismix.
6 seconds?
I think so. But in saying that, this is Charismic's best start to a race so far this season. The guy's currently up in 4th. Usually he's batting around the mid pack, kind of the lower pack as well. But well done for Charismic so far. Yeah.
Saying that as well. Patronus has done really good. I noticed this is one of Patronus's best starts as well. He's fighting for 4th position.
Silverstone. Yeah, Patronus loves Silverstone. Yeah, if you're talking to Patronus in a party chat leading up to Silverstone week, it's all he can talk about. He's class.
That's a back marker of Paita. Charismix is trying to pass him, and he lets them by without fault.
Well done. Yeah, good job there.
Very good move there from Paita. There's no point obstructing some people's racing. You know, if they're going to pass you, just let them pass.
Let them at it.
There, because unfortunately, Paita is well off of PMT Briz.
Brundle was over a second in front, and now Magic Mark has caught back a second. Sorry, half a second.
And the Man with the Cash has maintained 4 to 5 tenths of a second on Magic Marks.
That's fantastic.
He's not giving up.
No, he's not giving up at all. But Patronus is looking on the outside of Charismic. Charismic's kind of showing him the outside a small bit.
Going into cops, and Charismix is struggling for grip. Could we see a battle into Maggots and Beckett's? We could possibly.
Oh, he's going to throw it in there. He's going to throw it in.
Oh my God, the side by side.
He holds
Patronus backs
off. He
off.
holds up the grass.
And that's going to let Senna catch up on Patronus.
He's not going to get good at a run here on the Hanger Straight. Senna has him.
No DRS for Senna.
Patronus has dirt as well on the tyres. He needs to take it easy on this corner. Not give it too much throttle on the edge. On the end, sorry. He's okay.
Really good driving. I can see him on from the car behind him, Senna. It looks like Patronus is actually managing to handle quite well, even though that dirt caused a load of problems for him. Meanwhile, up in front, the Magic Man is gaining on our race leader. Brundle is struggling, and that was very late braking there from Magic Marks. But I tell you what, he made that late braking work and gained serious time.
It's very serious time. And we have to mention that Man with the Cash, he's still hanging on to the back of the Magic Man by half a second, 5 tenths. He's still there. He's still hanging on to him, grabbing his DRS wherever he can.
It's a 3-horse fight for P1, and Brundle's doing amazing to defend, but Magic Marks is trying to catch him while holding off with that pressure from the Man with the Cash. The Man with the Cash with those softs is still finding unbelievable grip.
I don't know how he's doing that. I wonder what state his tyres are in. I wonder what state his tyres are. They can't be that good, but then he's still keeping with him. It's incredible driving by Josh.
Amazing.
Man with the Cash.
Cross Kerry is actually gaining on Senna. Through Maggots and Beckett's they go. Yeah, Cross Kerry is gaining like crazy on Senna, and Senna's gaining on Patronus.
Yeah,
well,
Patronus
dirt spray there from
this time last lap, Patronus had a bit of a heart attack, you can already say. So his heart is going 90. So he's just trying to relax, get back into his rhythm, and Senna takes the inside.
Down the inside goes Senna on Patronus, going into Stowe, but Patronus defends, going into the chicane. Will we be seeing a Danny Ricciardo move? No, we won't. No switchback. So Patronus carries on into club.
He is pitting.
Could he be going onto the hard compound tyres and going for a one-stop strategy?
It looks to me mediums. Yeah, he's coming out with mediums.
Cross Kerry is making the pressure known to Senna. Look how close he is behind that Red Bull. That Red Bull is trying to get past that McLaren. We could see a potential battle coming out now onto the Wellington Straight. Could we see a move made by Cross Kerry? Maybe down the inside, he gets a little look. No, he backs off. He's still all over the back of that Red Bull.
He's charging the battery though. He's biding his time. He's waiting for the mistake, waiting for the DRS. Yeah, he's fully charged. He's ready. He's ready to go into full overtake mode. He wants it. Just as well.
So the Man with the Cash.
Why we're saying about that, Man with the Cash. Yes, P10, just like I said, with 0 lap, brand new medium tyres. Are the guys in first and second, is Brundle and Magic Mark going to have to pit? Are they going to have to respond to his pit?
It looks like the Magic Man might be making a 2-stop strategy by the looks of it, and going onto the hangar straight,
Senna's going
round the outside
Patronus.
into Stowe. Patronus has got the inside line going into Stowe. Senna and Roberts
lovely
battled
race
here once, and a good move by Senna puts him under 4th position. Going into the
Patronus
chicane though,
braking.
Patronus just instantly chucks himself back in. Round the outside goes Senna into Club. No, now he's going to push down the inside. Maybe it's and he touches the back of that McLaren. No,
it's okay, it's okay, we're still racing.
Still racing though.
Very tight.
Into the village. Oh, and he has to back off. Rich Cross Kerry is on the back of that Red Bull like crazy. Amazing battles there from Senna and Patronus.
This is fantastic to watch, though. It is 3 drivers literally fighting within tenths of each other, going for that 4th spot. This is fantastic to see.
So the battle continues to unfold. The man with the cash is probably going for a 2-stop strategy, going for a soft compound tyre finish. And if this works, it could really work out in his favour, because everyone still needs to pit. If he can make his way up the grid, getting past the likes of RSF1 Junior, which he has, going into Woodland, into Lovefield. What a move down the inside. The man with the cash on Junior.
Great
out
move
into
by the man with the
Woodcombe.
cash. Brilliant move. As Pieter is slamming the car into the wall. Wow. I don't know whether he lost control there or what.
Nasty spin out. And he has to be careful not to rejoin the track dangerously, because that could cause a serious incident. And he's barely able to even get it back on the track with the amount of grass on those tyres.
John D. We'd have to go by. That was intense there for a second. Okay, back to Patronus, Senna, and Cross Kerry.
So Cross Kerry is getting a. Yeah, he is. He's actually. This could work out in his favour. Could we see a potential win from the man with the cash?
Well, I did say it before. I said it in previous races as well. He's knocking at the door. He is just literally, I say, a small bit of luck away from getting on the podium.
Cross Kerry is. Look at the distance between Cross Kerry and RSF1 Senna. Could we see a move by Cross Kerry on the straight? Paito has retired from the session. Has he crashed out?
I believe so. Let me check that.
Oh, virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. Yeah, I think he did crash.
No,
It's a virtual safety car has. Oh, no terminal damage.
Nope.
Safety car has been deployed, and Paito is actually the host of the session because it just migrated host.
Oh. VSC. Interesting. Will Brundle pit? Will Magic Mark pit?
Because do remember, some time does get made up in under the virtual safety car, but if it ends now and they go into the pits, the man with the cash is going to charge.
I don't know if
they're going into the pits!
Yeah, I would. I was going to say that if I was Magic Mark now or Brundle, I would take this time to pit. You're going to get an extra 4, 5, maybe 6 seconds free time out of it. Use it. This is
harming the man with the cash's strategy.
Be our new leader. Look at that, man.
Drive-through penalty. Speeding under the virtual safety car for Jake Moore. Green flags for the race. Charismix has taken the lead. This has done bad for the man with the cash. He was hoping to go for an aggressive strategy, but because of the virtual safety car, it's allowed Brundle and Magic Marks to pit under the VSC onto the soft compound tyre. It might not work out in his favour.
That's 11 laps they're asking of those softs. How many did the man with the cash do?
He did 11, I think. It's definitely possible.
Boom. There we are. They're battling coming out.
And there's a battle. Magic Marks down the inside into Village there, fighting the man with the cash.
This is for second place here.
Oh, and they touch! Man with the cash has spun! The man with the cash has been robbed of his opportunity to fight for the top 3.
I didn't get the onboard, but I just saw it from Magic Mark's broadcast view. Just saw that the Ferrari spin around on the spot.
There's a move down the inside. They definitely touched, but there's no damage on the Ferrari. I just think the man with the cash might have just tried it too much down the inside. But let's just keep moving on because
he had to. The Magic Man had brand new mediums on, or brand new softs on. Sorry, the Ferrari driver, the man with the cash, had to go for it that time.
Because if not, then it would have been a losing battle from there on, because we do know the soft compound tyres definitely do fight well against the mediums. And take a look at that. Brundle's already catching up to his teammate WR Stretch. Could we see team orders here with the Renault team?
Jake Moore is in.
Stretch is out. Stretch is staying out.
That promotes from Petronas then to race leader currently, with Senna 3/10 behind him.
Brundle is now making... I don't think there's going to be team orders for the Renault team, because look at that. Brundle is trying to get past WLR Chosen, but Chosen is not letting him go by. This is the first time we've seen team orders not be heeded, because do keep in mind, Brundle's got the fresher tyres. His teammate is just holding off. I mean, it's great to fight.
Oh, he's giving him the line, look. It's okay.
He's giving him the line. I think it's just worked out.
Yeah,
I think they just did. I think
working it out.
They wanted to wait to the Wellington straight to make the move.
That's good communication. If you're in a party with your teammate, you know, hold off. I'll take it on the next straight. Good stuff there.
And do keep in mind, this is not going to go well for Magic Marks, because that means Stretch could try and do his best to hold off that racing point to allow Brundle to open up that 3-second gap, so he can maybe keep the win.
Senna is still sticking to the back of Petronas. That's one battle we have going on.
Oh, the Magic Man struggles through Maggots and Beckett's.
Oh.
This is a very, very eventful race. This race has gone crazy. Senna is now pitted.
So that leaves Petronas then out. Petronas is one of the last few guys left to pit, along with Stretch and John Dingweed. Jake Moore needs to pit as well, actually. Brundle's setting fastest lap already, okay.
And now Magic Marks, after even that little wiggle on Maggots and Beckett, still fastest lap.
Still fastest lap. That just shows you the quality of a driver that Magic Mark is. To be able to get a wiggle out of the car, still set the fastest lap, even though the driver in front of you set the fastest lap before that. That's incredible driving.
So it's now really, really getting close now to the end.
9 laps left, yeah. We're getting down to crunch time here, Primus.
We are indeed. Let's keep an eye out though.
14 viewers. Shame to see some of you go, guys.
But at least we're able to see the race watch over on YouTube at a later date. A load of penalties now start coming out of the front and centre.
Yeah. I wonder if that something to do with maybe the tyres and all that maybe.
It is a possibility.
Me. Cross carries on the back of Charismix ever so slightly. Petronas is in. That hands the lead to Brundle. But then
it all depends. If Petronas, because Petronas has got a really good run, Petronas maybe. I don't think it looks like it might be possible. I was going to say, it could actually put Petronas in contention for fighting for the podium.
Could potentially. Brundle, you said before he had penalties. I don't know how many penalties he has.
The
Magic Man is 3 seconds behind him. Is this going to pay off now for Petronas? Where is he going to come out?
5th. Fresh softs. Oh no, Man, the Cash is back in 5th.
Back in 5th, he's moving up. Cross carries in front of him.
Cross carry is gaining on Charismix.
So we've 2 battles here essentially. We have the battle for first with obviously Brundle and Magic Mark. Charismic then 9 seconds behind those guys. We have a battle here for third. It's cross carry going on.
Senna is looking at the back of the man with the cash. It's gone down in time between the pair of them.
I feel kind of sorry here for the cash. He's lonely. He's 6 laps on his mediums, but he's out of the top 7. He's the only guy in mediums. Everyone else is on the tops. Senna is just haunting the back of that Ferrari with the amount of the cash as well.
This is so captivating as well because battles are unfolding.
Inside.
Down the inside goes Senna into Stowe. Oh, okay. I just had a little bit of drinking. I just about tasted very foul. Oh.
Yeah, it just seems like the Magic Man cannot respond. The Ferrari just took the line and that was it. Of course, we have to remember as well, Senna's on brand new medium or brand new soft. Sorry, so these ones are pulling away there as well.
Very foul taste there from my very foul taste from my drink there. I've had a bit of water there to try and eliminate that taste. Peppermeat, peppermeat is on the hard compound. I think that these softs could really maybe do 7 more laps.
Well, now think about this for a second. What happens, say, second last lap, the guys on softs that could potentially be struggling for a grid. The amount of the cash could come sailing through here with some serious grip.
Jake Moore fast lap the race.
Very great, Jake. What do you reckon of that, Primus? Do you reckon some of these softs will start to get a bit of tire drag?
It's hard to say because the amount of the cash was. Yeah, the amount of the cash was on soft compounds for quite a long while back at the beginning of the race, and he was handling them quite well. It all probably depends on how well people can handle with the stressful situations, the tyre there. It all depends on how everything unfolds up in front.
Cross-carrying Charismic. They're battling. Charismic is holding on to that last podium spot. He does not want to give it up. Oh, Cross-carry just looks like he's the better exit here. Oh, Cross-carry! The back end of the Toro Rosso nearly came around on him. He just caught it. Obviously another Irishman who just loves to get car sideways. Oh, Cross-carry, 3-second time penalty. He does not want that with six laps left to go. I think I've lost Primus.
Oh, sorry. I realised I had my mic muted when I had a little bit of drink there.
That's alright, We've all done that.
I didn't want to have you guys hear me slurping on my drink, so yeah.
Oh, I didn't want to
ruin that.
I do the whole time.
Oh, we got a yellow flag. Junior's out!
I didn't see it, I don't know where it was. Let's have a look here.
Is that a retirement or possibly
I'm checking, currently checking.
Damage?
That is a retirement, so I presume he must have retired in the pits. There's no terminal damage on Junior.
Well, it looks like he probably didn't want to continue. We've got yellow flags in the first, second and third sector. Something's going on out there.
Yeah, Matrona seems like he got passed now with the cash.
Wait, what?
Yeah, look at it. Patrona's got past the man with the cash. Of course, Patrona's
the man with the cash.
He's struggling those.
The man with the cash is struggling.
With a yellow flag here in sector 1, seeing what is going on, flicking through cars here, trying to find a slow car, but I cannot see it. Stretch gets a good run on Shane.
Oh, into Stowe. Shane tries to defend on the inside, but it's just not enough for Shane to defend against WR Chosen. Oh, and Shane gets a little look though on the chicane, but it's just not enough. Now going into club. Yeah, looks like Chosen just managed to get a good run through, so well done to Chosen. This could actually bring Renault up to some really serious points. A little bit of a lock-up there going into Village.
Cross-carry. Yeah. I'd say Charismic is feeling the pressure, so he is. Feeling the pressure. This is the highest he's done so far this season. Charismic, I don't know if you remember
what's the penalties like for Charismics and cross-carry, actually? Sorry to butt in there, buddy.
Well, if you remember, Australia, DNF for Charismic. Bahrain, DNF for Charismic. Like, the guy just had tough luck this season. Sanitary something. Here, let's have a look here at the penalties here. Six seconds for the penalties for Charismic.
Oh, Roberts has got a 3-second penalty as well. So Charismic's got a 6 seconds, did you say?
Yes.
And what about cross carry? I know he's got 3 from earlier.
Cross Carey is 1, 2, 3. Cross Carey
3
has
seconds,
3 penalties. 3 penalties.
But do
That's
keep in
9
mind,
seconds.
Senna is gaining, and Petronas is actually gaining on Senna. Because remember, Petronas has got younger tyres.
Look how much Brundle
Actually,
has
here's
pulled
the
away
big
from
question.
Magic Man.
But the top
Brundle.
2, what's the penalty situation like for Brundle? As I think he's definitely got 3 seconds. Has he got 6? Because if he's got 6, the man with 2 broken fingers currently 1. So
1 penalty, 1 warning. So he's 2 warnings away from getting another 3-second penalty. What magic mark?
But I don't think Brundle is going to make that mistake. I think he's going to be careful as well as push. So, I mean, Magic Mark, 2nd place in the condition that he's in.
Magic Mark, right? He had 2 warnings on the first lap. After that, clean. So Magic Mark is 1 warning. 1 warning away from getting the 3-second penalty.
So the battle continues. Lap 23 of F2. We still got 19 viewers. We've got a few more coming back. So welcome back, guys. It looks like the battles are now starting to slowly calm because it looks like Cross Carey is slowly starting to fall behind Charismix. But keep in mind, if Cross Carey stays within 3 seconds off of Charismix, it could be his first penalty in F2. Not penalty, podium. Why did I say penalty? Podium.
So what did we say about Brundle? He has 1 penalty. Did we say that?
Yeah, he has 1 penalty from what I know of.
So that means the Magic Man has the push and gets 6/10 on him in the next 3 laps.
Actually, speaking of, he's cut down 0.6 of a second, 3.5 seconds off of Brundle. Look at that, he's gaining time. 3.3.
It's like another gear. He's just found another gear here near the end of the race and just pumped it up into like 9th gear or something.
3.2. Brundle is slowly losing time to the Magic Man.
The Magic Man has got to be so careful here. He cannot make 1 mistake, otherwise he is getting another penalty. Well, he's getting a penalty himself.
The Magic Man is switching his ERS load to aggressive, while Brundle has no way to respond. His battery is low. 3 seconds separate the front cars, and that means if Magic Mark stays within 3 seconds, or at least in the 3-second period between him and Brundle, we could be seeing the Racing Point take pole position for the race.
Take the win. He's looking for to take the win here. There's 10th and a half in it, really. If these cars were like front to back, they'd be like less than 10 feet separating them. This is fantastic. Oh, less than
Shane
10 now,
and
nearly.
Penny battling.
Yeah, they've been battling back and forth here, so they have. Pretty good racing to watch them as well.
Trying to look to respond. I don't think the hard compound setting is actually really working for Britain today.
Crosscarey is still on the back of Charismic, just harassing Charismic. Charismic, though, very cool and calm under pressure here. He's not really giving Crosscarey much to work with.
The battling is still going on. They've been battling for so many laps. Side by side, they switch positions over, but Charismix is just staying out in front. And Magic Marks, 2.7 seconds separates him and Brundle.
Yeah, if it stays like this, the Magic Man has the win.
This is intense. I am on literally the edge of my seat, but it's now fallen to 2.9. He's slowly falling behind.
Skunk Burner just put in the chat saying, Mark's going for the fastest lap. Get that point ready to give it to him.
It's a possibility. Skunk Burner's got a good point. It is a possibility. We cannot rule anything out. Cross Carey still looking at the back of that Alfa Romeo. Oh, this is getting closer and closer.
You can see the Renault now in front in the distance. 2.7 of difference. If it stays like this, he has it.
This is incredible. We're on the second to last lap of the race. I think Brundle is just struggling with a copious amount of pressure. I think if he has a pit crew, they know that the 3-second penalty stands. Marks has got 2 warnings, but no penalty at the current moment.
I don't want to mention driver of the day
2.4 seconds
just yet, but I'll put it to the chat, guys. Who do you think should be given, in your opinion, driver of the day so far.
Peppermeat and Roberts both receiving a 3-second time penalty. The man with the cash is in 7th, and he's going to stay there.
Even with a bit of a spin as well, that's respectable as well.
It's a shame that BSC really did ruin his possibility of getting the undercut on Brundle and Magic Marks.
Yeah,
if it wasn't for the BSC from Pie Eater's crash, it probably would have been a Ferrari on the podium.
Jake Morris, that's fastest lap. Cross
Here
carry
we are.
pulled back as well. He's not on the back of Grismikas as much.
The penultimate lap begins now because Brundle is now going to cross the line to begin the final lap of the race. Magic Marks is following behind. He is pushing like crazy and he keeps it going.
He's pushing for it. He'll be going for fastest lap most definitely, as Skunkburner said in the chat.
He's staying in mode 4. He's harvested that ERS energy while maintaining the gap to Brundle. Look at him push. This is an incredible battling going on between Magic Marks and RSF1 Brundle. 1.7 seconds separate the top two. Could Marks close the gap to the point where he could probably make an attack on Brundle? I don't know, but the gap is closing bit by bit. John Digweed is out! John Digweed has crashed!
Magic Mark is fuel lights flashing red. I hope he has enough to finish the lap.
Could we potentially see the first ever
9.7
RSF1 race? Brundle's gone off!
Brundle!
Magic Marks takes the lead of the race on the very last lap!
What happened there? I just saw Brundle kind of go a bit wide, go into the grass.
I bet the Racing Point driver has got a smile on his face going through the final chicane. Interclub Magic Marks wins the British Grand Prix.
Great drive
from Magic Marks. Well done.
Great drive by Brundle as well.
Brundle finishes 2nd place.
Charismic gets the podium.
Charismic gets his first podium.
No, Patronus takes it off.
Patronus is round the corner. He was knocking at the door. I'm taking Marrakesh's slogan.
Yes. Great result from Patronus.
Oh my god.
Heartbreak of Charismic.
Secures 7th place.
Senna 5th.
Oh my god. Who would you say would be your driver of the day if you was to give a rough assumption, Modder?
Senna was up a lot of positions, so I gotta give him his credit on that. Charismic would have been in podium if it wasn't for the penalties. Patronus,
that is a real shame.
Great drive. I don't know. What do you think, Brimes?
It's hard to say. I would give it to Senna. He did really, really good today. 6 laps, 6 positions made. It was 11th place, knocked down in Q2, and he
finished as well, top 5.
Drove really well.
Yeah.
Top 5, yeah. So, I mean, I would say maybe WR stretch because 7 positions made, which is not an easy feat. Definitely getting past Shane. I'm actually just, in brutal honesty, I'm going to have to say Senna.
Senna's looking good as well. Senna's looking very good. I know Camo in the chat is saying cross carry, but cross carry starts in like 8th or 9th, so he will mean a few positions. This race will not be a good one for me. Top notch there talking about his race.
Cross carry fell too far behind, but what a race from Magic Marks! 2 broken fingers ain't gonna stop this man. He takes the win.
No, Brundle will be doing now. Brundle will be driving over to his house to break his other fingers.
Yeah, just break the other 3 on the other hand. So,
yeah,
well done.
that's it. Just like Camo said, stellar race.
Stellar race.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to send out invites, get these guys in. I really want to hear what happened with Brundle on the last lap. Okay.
I'll go through the run through for the race finish. So Magic Marks, a commanding race, takes first place after stealing first place from Brundle on the last lap. I thought it wasn't going to happen, and it did. Brundle, though, manages to take second place. It's not a bad result. He made up one position from the start. Patronus, just moseying his way through across Kerry and Charismix, gets into third. And Charismix, fourth place, missing out on his first podium, which is a real shame. Senna in fifth. Cross Kerry sixth. The man with the cash, unfortunately having his spin after making contact with Magic Marks, gets seventh place, so not bad. Stretch in eighth. Shane in ninth. Robertson 10th. Peppermeat 11th. PMT Briz 12th. Jake Moore 13th. John Digweed 14th. And then Junior, Paita and Mansell wrap up the grid with the few cars that unfortunately retired from the session.
Gotta give a shout as well.
good
Patronus.
God.
No penalties there from Patronus. That's fantastic.
Yeah, no
race from him,
penalties
like.
as well. That's superb. And he managed to claw his way through Senna, Charismix, and Cross Kerry. So, have we got Magic Marks into the party as well?
We do not. I will send him another one. He's probably too busy celebrating, and or else
He's probably
his fingers are probably
extremely
hurting like
happy.
mad.
But we'll wait until he gets in before we begin the interview. But for Brundle and Patronus, have you involved your audio?
Yes.
Okie dokie. You'll just hang on to you lads for just a moment and we'll get Magic Marks in here.
All right, another invite set.
We definitely need his input for how the race went.
Most definitely.
So we will hang on for a moment. Do you agree, Senna should be driver of the day?
Yeah, it's good drive. He's up like what 5, 6, 7 positions, something like that. Like the guy got eliminated in
6
Q2,
positions.
still came back and back in the top 5. That's fantastic result. So it is fantastic result.
He got through Cross Kerry though. Cross Kerry fell back and then suddenly Senna's in front of him.
That was due penalties.
Ah.
Cross Kerry had
so
9 seconds worth of penalties, Senna had 6.
He had 3 at one point. Where'd he get the extra 6? He had 3 seconds and then he just jumped up another 6 more and got 9. I think we will have to wait for Magic Marks because I think he is actually probably celebrating. So
You're right, he's running at painkillers.
So we'll give him a minute, but for the moment... Oh, there he is. Bodder, same as usual. I'll do third, you do second, and I do first.
Yeah, that sounds good to me, Primus. Patronus, well done, man. That was a great, astounding race by yourself. Great qualifying, great race. Dude, first question I have to ask you, are you on the wheel tonight or are you on the pad?
I'm on the pad. I'm not ready for
dude,
the
you gotta
wheel.
switch over. You gotta switch over the wheel, dude.
I'm still
He
practicing.
wasn't confident enough
I'm
for
just-
the wheel
yeah,
for the rain.
I'm not confident enough yet.
You'll get it though.
Soon.
You'll get it. Like,
definitely.
look, you're already so fast already on the pad, dude. You move on to the wheel. We potentially could be seeing you in F1 potentially if you're that fast. But come here.
Don't
How did
scare
your
me.
race go? How did qualifying go? How'd you go on?
Well, qualifying went all right. I missed the first 5 minutes of qualifying because I was doing something. Come back and seen it was wet. Everyone in the party was like, it's only going to get wetter, so I had to get out straight away. I still didn't really have a good wet setup. I had one, but I hadn't really tested it. Scraped through Q1, got provisional pole on Q2, and then just did my best, really. I did better than what I thought. Race went alright. Yeah, front 2 pulled away. I had a good fight with everybody else behind me. But towards the end, I didn't really have to push. I knew Senna had 6 seconds worth of penalties. I knew Charismic had 6. I didn't know about Cross Kerry until I crossed the line, which I shouted. But I mean, I knew if I just stayed in that window, I'd get 4th. I didn't know I was going to get 3rd. So it was a good race. I enjoyed it.
That was a stellar drive, Patronus. That was a stellar drive. You
great
did
race.
amazing. And at the beginning, you actually gave us a really good show with Magic Marks and Brundle, but then eventually the man with the cash just suddenly made himself known.
Yeah, well, he was on softs, so he was going to have more pace than me at the start. And I knew that.
True.
So it was. I didn't fight him too much. I mean, I didn't let him through, but I knew once he was past me, then he was just going to pull away a bit. So it's just a case of how long I could keep him behind me.
Cool. Well, look, great race, man. Congrats again. This is your second podium, I think, so far this season. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, I think so. Second podium.
Yeah, I think your first podium was China, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure, that was a while back.
Anyway, look, either way, dude, that fantastic race. I said it during the race. I think this is one of your favorite tracks, if I'm not mistaken. So look,
no.
Fantastic race.
Silverstone's
you don't
not
like
a
this
favourite
track?
track of mine. I like
No,
it, it's
well,
just not a favourite.
It looked to be the way you're throwing the car around. You looked fantastic. Look, well done to you, Patronus.
Thank you.
Good race. Primus, over to you.
Right, Brundle. So it was a very tough race for you today. Near the beginning of the race, you'd gotten a 3-second penalty because I think you cut across the first corner, and eventually it was just a matter of holding off Magic Marks. You actually had the man with the cash that was going to try and get the undercut on the pair of you, but then the VSC came out, which allowed you both to stay out in front. But unfortunately today, that minor incident going into Maggots and Beckett sent you off, and I wonder what happened there.
It's just by that point the soft tyres were coming towards the end, and I got the slightest bit of slide in. I had to correct it, and this went straight off. But by that point, the race was lost. Probably was lost at turn. As you say, at turn 1 on the 8th lap, I think it was. And ever since then, considering no matter what I did, I could not pull away from Marks. But no, it's frustrating. Again, it's like the 3rd or 4th race now that a penalty that I've done corner cutting has either cost me a win or cost me a podium. So, but still relatively happy.
Second place is still good. You mean you managed to stay ahead of Charismix and Patronus there, because obviously Charismix was way too far behind to really get the jump on you because of the penalty situation. And Patronus only just got in front of, he managed to just jump out of nowhere and then snatch third. But still, second place, I know it's not what you wanted, but it's valuable points for the Renault team, because it looks like Chosen actually did a really good result today. So it's definitely giving your team some good points.
It's Stretch, but I think it's Stretch. He did good points for us.
Stretch, sorry.
Yeah, he did good points for us. Yeah, the fact that I'm picking up podiums regularly, it seems. As you say, for the constructors is good. Obviously moving on, still got my best tracks coming up, so I'm still in my period of good tracks. So moving on should be good for this part of the season.
Well, I know it was bad luck about the win today, just narrowly missing out, but still, second place, you still earned a nice spot on the podium, so congratulations to you, Brundle. I felt you did amazing working with the pressure, and, you just solid work today. You did pretty good.
Yeah, thank you. I know Mark deserved this race, and especially considering I know the pain that he's going through today, the injury that he's got, but he 100% deserved that.
Cheers, appreciate that.
So, Otter, who would you like to interview Marks, the race winner?
We can double team if you want, dude.
Yeah, we'll double team. So I'll let you take the lead for the start.
All right. Magic Mark, fair play to you, dude. Tell me about the injury. You broke your 2 fingers. Was it carrying a couch, or you dropped the couch, something like that on your fingers, was it?
No, well, I was under the couch at my sister's house, and a remote control's dropped down the side in the middle, and it's dropped under the couch. So, she's got a massive settee. It's like the L-shaped ones.
Yeah.
So anyway, she's lifted it up, and I'm trying to get right under, and she screamed. She went, "Ah!" A spider. And I pulled my hand out, and as I was pulling my hand out, she dropped the sofa right on the corner, on the wooden corner of my fingers. I'm like, oh my God, I'm racing tonight. I weren't bothered about anything else. I'm like, oh, you
I thought that was
bitch.
your first concern.
Yeah.
Just, the race!
Yeah, so
Oh my
she
God.
flew me up to A&E, and straight away, doctor said, yeah, it's like you broke both your fingers. So they took an x-ray and they broke, but they just tied up, and they're absolutely throbbing like mad on that steering wheel. They're absolutely killing me right now.
Yeah, I said that during the race. I said, I hope someone is there beside you and has popped like a couple of painkillers into your mouth while
No,
you're
there were
racing.
nobody here. No.
Dude, and I
Yeah,
know
I
you're on
put
wheels
yeah.
as well, so even more painful, especially with a bit of
Yeah, I
feedback or anything
know.
like that. It doesn't help.
Yeah.
Like, but come here, talk to me about your qualifying. How did you get on in qualifying?
Yeah, I'm really surprised because, like I said, I haven't practiced it wet again, and I was struggling in Q1. I was panicking, thinking, I'm not even going to get out of Q1 here. And then I managed to get a few good laps in, and then I fueled for 10 laps in Q2, and just kept going round. And I knew it would gradually get better and better. And yeah, I got through to Q3, and then I had to use old inters. So I didn't even realize you only get 3 sets of inters, and I used all of them. So I went on my Q1 inters and managed to get my fastest laps, which I was very surprised, but I was definitely happy with that. So yeah.
Fair play. Fair play. Look, great race to commentate on as well. In the chat, your mate Skunk Burner was cheering you on like mad. He was
Yeah.
hopping. He was hopping on that chat. So he was. He says, "Mark's become one of my best mates since first race with him last year. We race together all the time. Plus, gives me extra motivation. And now he's wiped me out the last 4 races."
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Good
Nice
race.
one.
Good race.
Thanks, man.
All right, Primus.
Right,
Up to you.
Yeah, so going on to the race now, because obviously Bodo went over the qualifying as well. So basically, it was a bit of a tough start at the beginning because you and Brundle were fighting like crazy, and then eventually, at one point, Brundle managed to make a move on you.
Yeah.
And it was a tough battle, and then at one moment, you was actually getting looked at by the man with the cash, and...
Yeah.
Do you know what happened there with the incident with the man with cash?
No, I don't know. I think he clipped. I think he went in a bit too deep, but I didn't obviously see him. And I thought he might have caught my back wheel and spun out. And the same with Robert. I don't know what happened at the beginning of the race with Roberts. I think me and Roberts collided. Maybe I don't know. I felt a nudge at the back of my car on the very first lap. So I'll have to watch the stream back to look at it. Like, but yeah, if that's my fault, I'm very sorry. But I did not see him at all. I tried to give him. I knew he was there, but I tried to give him space as well. So I still think he clipped my back wheel and maybe span. Don't know if he got damage. Did he get damage? Man with the cash.
He didn't
No,
get
but
any damage. He was
Roberts-
still fine.
Roberts did get his wing smashed in.
Did he? Oh god.
Yeah.
Well, moving on from that, what was really close is because when the virtual safety car happened,
Yeah.
it was like a free opportunity because the man with the cash actually was on an amazing strategy, and then Pie-Eater crashed, and then it allowed you and Brundle to both go in, put on a brand new set of soft compound tyres, and that eliminated the man with the cash's ability to maybe get past you. Because I feel if that safety car didn't happen, he probably would have been maybe in the lead. But the virtual safety car can even save a little bit of time for pit stops. And then Brundle still got out in front, but then that's when the battle between you and the man with the cash happened. But then after the incident, you just went on a fly. At first, you was 4 seconds off. It didn't look like you was going to get the win. And then suddenly, on the last couple of laps, it went from 4.4 to 4.2, 3.3, 2.7. And I think before the incident of Maggots and Beckett's with Brundle, it was like 1.3 seconds between you and him.
Yeah.
And then I bet you was ecstatic when suddenly, at the last moment on the hanger straight, you take the lead.
Yeah. Well, on the first thing, I had a feeling that Brundle was struggling on his tyres and they were going quicker than mine. So when he went into pit, I thought I'm just going to pit the same. I were going to do an extra lap, but I thought no, I'll just do what he does because I think he's going to be struggling towards the end on his soft. So I pitted when he pitted, and he shot off and he left. He was like 5 seconds in front after like first lap, and I thought, right, have I left this too late, or because I thought his tyres are going to run off? So I just saved mine tyres I didn't go 100% for it, and I thought hopefully I'll be quicker towards the end. Then I realised he had a 3-second penalty, which made me even think, right, okay, I can back off a bit and push it right at the end. So that's what I did. I saved my fuel, and I just pushed right to the end and tried to gain that within 3 seconds. It was unfortunate for him to spin off on the last lap. I think he did deserve to win the race, but obviously I was won by the penalty, but he still did deserve it. He raced very well. But yeah, I'm very happy with first. Honestly, I didn't even think I'd get it top 10. I didn't even think I was going to race, because of my hand.
You definitely have mine and Bodder's utmost respect, because 2 broken fingers, performed well in qualifying and won the race with 2 broken fingers. So I tell you what, mate, that is really good work. And before we wrap up, may I ask, how long would the recovery be for your fingers?
Well, I don't have a clue, mate. They said up to a few months, but I can't see it being that long. So, but they're not that bad now because I've stopped. I don't feel. I am high on loads of 100 paracetamols right now, but they don't feel that bad.
I have a question for you. I have a question for you, Magic Man. Right? I have a question for you. With 2 broke fingers, dude, how are you going to pull the rabbits out of the hat?
That's what I mean, mate. I'm struggling. What am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got a magic gig next weekend as well.
I think Germany is coming up next week as well, and the problem is Germany has got so much more hairpins and tight bends as well. So as much as I don't want to jinx anything, but I know that it will not be an easy race for you, because obviously Britain's got a fair amount of fast speed corners and straights, so it was a bit more. It was still hard for you because your fingers,
it's not as bendy though as Germany. I understand. Yeah, I know
had a little bit of a better time.
Yeah, I'll just practice. Give us some practice, and hopefully I can get a podium again. Maybe we'll have to see.
See more magic tricks.
Pardon?
So
we'll see more magic tricks, hopefully.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Before we wrap it up for tonight, Bodder, do you have any questions for our podium?
No, that's it. I'm all done. Thanks very much, guys. Fantastic.
I've got a bit of information.
Oh, information. Do tell.
You know when overtook Man with the Cash? And he was really close. He's just sent me a clip that I've just watched. After I overtook him, his rear wing, his DRS got stuck open for 7 laps. Hence why he fell.
Oh, I know that pain. That pain. That's what happened. Yeah. I had that incident in Austria of my DRS swing. So the Man with the Cash, if you're watching, you literally have my sympathy. I know that pain very, very well. But anyway, so I don't have any question. Well, the only thing I can say is congratulations to Magic Marks for the win. Well done for Brundle for holding him off to the best of his capability and still managing to take 2nd place. And Patronus jumping into 3rd from literally out of nowhere. So that is our top 3. Our driver of the day from me and Bodder. I think we both have to agree it has to be Senna for a sterling performance. A load of battles. Literally, most of Senna's overtakes was chucked into Stowe. So that was some really good battles there from Senna. And so unless anything else has got to be added, that is it for round 10 of the F2 division in our first
round
season.
10 already, dude. Wow.
Yeah, we're already halfway there. So if you guys want to join us on Tuesday for F1, I will be there. And I think I'm actually there with Marks maybe. But anyway, so we will see you, and I will see you guys on Tuesday. So have a good one, guys, until then, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.